Okay, what's up guys? This is Zerko Ben back from the video, and today I'm going to be reviewing and taking a look at my Moto X 2014, which I got pretty recently. I'm going to be comparing it to my old trusty HTC One M8 Google Play Edition. I'm going to kind of compare them, and then I'm going to say and compare this to the new Moto X. So stay tuned. So let's get started with just the general design. So I've been using HTC devices for so long. I have my M7 and now my M8 that why isn't this camera focusing? I've just gotten used to this feel. It feels like the kind of the cold feel in hand, the smooth metal in the back. So I moved to the Moto X. The very first thing I noticed was just how freaking solid it is. Like the way the corners are square and stuff. It feels incredible in the hand. And obviously I have the bamboo back here, which is it doesn't. I have to admit the M8 feels better, but the bamboo back looks cool. When I'm bringing it around, people always look at it, and it doesn't feel bad. It has a good, solid feel overall. The metal really makes it. So I have to say, in terms of design, it really is a solid phone if you're a design person. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was the screen. So obviously, because of Moto Display, let me show you that. Um, the sensors, because of Moto Display, it has an AMOLED screen, so it makes it all black, so the Moto Display can do its thing, which is really nice. And I have to say, this is not the highest quality AMOLED screen I've ever seen. Samsung definitely makes higher quality ones, and compared to an LCD like the HTC One M8 I have here, uh, the colors they're brighter, more vibrant. But if you really look close at the screen, you can tell it's kind of a crappy screen. The pixels and the colors are all weird looking and off. But overall, it's definitely a workable and a good looking screen. And with the brightness turned pretty high up, I'm actually pretty happy with it. So yeah, with that, let's talk about the software. So clearly, stock Android. I don't know if there's much else to say, but you have the neat little additions like we talked about with Moto Display, which wake it up. And I don't use that a ton, and it's not really a huge feature to me, but it definitely is a luxury that you kind of lose whenever you go to a different phone. So basically, stock Android, fast updates, and that's all you really need to know. So let me show you that. So right here, it's at 69% screen on time is at about an hour. So as you can see, it gets about 3 hours battery life. My M8 Google Play Edition usually gets about 4 hours screen on time on a charge, but I can usually make it till nearly the very end of the day with this guy, and I have almost no issues with it. So it's quick charging compatible. I have a quick charger that I use all the time with it. It's really nice for topping it up when I need it. So I'd say definitely it's workable. It's not great, but it's workable. So another thing I just remembered I need to talk about is the camera. So yeah, the camera. Oh, there's me right there. Okay, let's switch that. So yeah, I've taken some pictures with it, and unless it's really, really brightly lit outside, the pictures are usually pretty low quality. There's a ton of noise in all the pictures I take. So I'm gonna real fast close my window here and turn off my light. And yeah, as you can see, the camera I'm actually using here isn't that great either. But I'm gonna take a quick snap with this of my computer screen right here. And yeah, let's go back to that. So yeah, that look at that. That didn't even get the focus. It like got all the exposure. I mean the timing wrong. There's a ton of noise everywhere, and pictures are really lackluster. If I compare it to my HTC One M8 Google Play Edition here, but as you can see here, a brighter picture on the M8. So definitely don't buy this Moto X for the camera. But I personally don't really care too much about cameras, so it definitely works fine. So okay, that's about it for the review portion. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. And now I just kind of wanted to talk about um, this compared to the new Moto X. So the new Moto X, there's the the Pure Edition slash the Style, and then there's the old one. This one's still selling. So I'd say definitely, if you're not a big fan of huge phones, because the new ones are very big, this is still being sold, and for $300, I'd say it's a good choice still. The battery life, as the battery life and the camera are both kind of weak points, but it's definitely a still strong phone, and the performance is still in line, I'd say, with the Snapdragon 810s and the newer phones. I've seen some video comparisons that they're almost identical in performance. So definitely, I don't know if Motorola is going to discontinue it soon, but if you're looking at buying this phone, it is definitely a very, very good purchase still, and I'm sure it'll get software updates for at least another year. So my only worry about it is Motorola has gotten a lot worse in terms of software updates as of late, but I think it'll be definitely reasonable, and we should always be with a fairly current version of Android on this phone. So yeah, I think that's about it with this comparison. Overall, I'm between these two phones, I've decided on the Moto X to keep. I'm gonna sell the M8, which is sad for my channel because it's HTC was my very first video. But definitely, this is a better phone overall for me. If you're thinking about the two of them, each one has their pros and cons. Just go back to the video if you're still wondering about that. But yeah, for sure, leave a like, comment below, and please subscribe if you like this video. And peace, guys. Have a good one.